G'day guys, welcome to another video. If you're watching Reef Junkies, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. A few months ago I released a video how to salt bait for fishing. In that case it was pilchards, by far my most popular video I've ever released. I got a lot of views out of that one and quite a few subscribers, and I had a lot of questions fired at me about, can I salt this bait? Can I salt this bait for fishing? All different kinds of questions. So I thought, well, let's do a little bit of a series. We'll continue on. Now, arguably the most common bait you would use around the world is squid, and we have some squid here. So we're going to salt these ones up today, and you're probably asking me, or you're probably thinking, why is it necessary to salt this? You can, by all means, just take it like that. But with the squid, it is quite a tender meat, and you can put that on the hook, and the smaller fish, the pickers or the little pan-sized fish, they don't quite grab the hook and they'll just rip that straight off the hook and you miss out on the fish. So by salting it up, we're going to actually toughen the meat up. So we're going to make it quite a bit more tough. It's going to go a bit more rubber-like, and the advantage of using the salt is it's going to add a little bit more flavour, which we'll get to the salt in a minute. So let's get into it, let's do it. Now, as in that first video I released, we're going to be using the same containers. Now, if you haven't seen that, you can always click back. I'll put a link up here, which is the thumbnail of the episode, and we'll put a link at the end of the video. You can click on that, or you go down the description, the link will be in there. But we're using these containers. As I said in the first video, we got these where you drill all the holes in there, so if you click back you'll better see how that's done. 2 containers, same ones. We want that little bit of air gap down the bottom, because any moisture or anything that's going to go through here is going to get trapped in the bottom. As in the first video, we've got a little bit of kitchen towel there, that's just purely there just to catch any juices, to make the clean up a little bit easier. So we're going to chuck some salt in. Now this salt has been reused. I've used this before, so we're just going to line the bottom of that, and that's basically our setup done for the first bit. But prior to doing that, we're going to separate these. So we're going to keep the tentacles, they're going to make excellent bait, and we're going to salt them as well. So we'll just chop him off there, and we'll cut that in half because he's quite big, so we'll get 2 lots there. Down the middle there like that. That will be good bait. And we're going to separate the outer skin from the internals of the squid. So let's cut down basically the backbone there. We'll cut that all the way through if we can. And then we're going to separate everything from the middle. This is going to be a bit tedious. See what I'm doing there? I'm just dragging everything out. It's quite messy. It's coming along. There we go. There's one little nice little fillet there. Cut that off to the side. So let's cut some pieces there that we're going to use, and the skin. So we've got some there. I'll do the same with the other one. We'll cut that one in half again. This one's a bit smaller, so it should be a bit easier, this one. Dragged all that out. We'll do the same there. We'll cut some strips. just going to cut there, and we're going to clean this mess up and we'll continue. Alright, I've got my table cleaned up. What we're going to do is try and absorb some of this moisture, so we're going to use some paper towel. Let's put a couple down there. And we'll lay our little strips that we've prepared, and that'll just help dry it out. So we'll lay all those pieces on there. We won't get too fussy with it, but you get the general idea of what we're doing. Put a couple of smaller pieces in there. Then another piece, put him over the top. We're just going to try and just drag out that initial moisture out of it. That'll just help the salt do its job. Chuck another couple of pieces on there. All those bits. Okay, so we've dried that out a bit. That's a lot better than what it was. Up a little bit. So we put our salt in. As I said, that's the previous salt that we used from the last episode. Now you want to use the table salt. That's your standard cooking salt. Do not use this one. This is iodized. Fish don't like the taste of that, so make sure you get that one there. Just standard cooking salt. Now we're just going to place this in on the salt. Good on you, Bella. Postman's going past. So we're going to lay these pieces in here. We'll get a couple of small bits in here. That should do. And then we're going to layer the salt. So we're going to salt him up again. Don't be shy with the salt, because it's going to absorb a lot of moisture out of this. So the more salt you use, the better. Let's put some more in. Now, one of the other advantages of drying the squid out, is that we can put this in the boat, or you can take this down to the pier fishing. No ice will be necessary. This will cure and it will stay good for quite a while, which is always handy if you're going out fishing, say on the boat. You're not quite to where you want to go, but you found a spot. Guess what? Your bait's still not thawed out. You can have this in the boat ready to go. But in the old days, this is how they used to keep their fish fresh before refrigeration. And the postman's gone past again, just to ruin the video. So I've covered him up again. Let's lay a little bit more in here. Try and keep them separated if you can. Don't worry too much of it. It is a bit touching a little bit, but you can keep it separate, that's good. Try and lay them in there nice and flat. Now I could do a heap more, but we're just doing this for the exercise of the video. Let's get some more salt. As I said, be generous with the salt, because you'll be surprised how wet this is going to be. That's covered up. We've got our bottom container with our paper in there. Lay one and the other. So any moisture that's maybe going to the bottom might have a chance to escape the holes, and it's going to drop down into the other one there. That's going to give the salt a bit more of a fighting chance. Then we're going to put a lid on it. There's the lid. We're going to click them up. That's going to go in a cool, dry place for 24 hours. So we'll be back in 24 hours. And in the meantime, we're going to roll about 30 seconds of something creative, and we'll see you again in the morning. And welcome back. It's 24 hours later. We're going to open the squid up, see how we went. But just before we do that, you remember yesterday when I was cutting up the squid and I had all this big mess on the table here. I actually put it into an ice cream container and I came up with an idea for it yesterday, how we're going to reuse all the scrap bits. We're heading out fishing this afternoon, doing an overnighter, so I'm going to take this with me, and every little scrap bit I'm going to put something in there and I'm going to reuse it. And I'll create a video soon, and so you have to get on and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell and look out for the video. And I'm going to show another little tip that I've just come up with, a crazy idea I had yesterday. Well, it should be good. I think it'll work. So stay tuned for that. Alright, that's been sitting overnight, cool dry place just in my garage there. And I haven't touched it, I haven't looked at anything. So let's have a little scrape down and see how we went. Now straight away I can see that that has really absorbed the moisture. You can see that's quite rubbery now. It's very rubbery. Look, I'm putting quite a bit of tension on that and that's not budging at all. So the chances of that staying on the hook is well increased. Let's get some smaller bits out. Like that, it's almost like jerky. It's like you're going to be flat out trying to rip that off the hook. It's not just going to tear off like it normally has. So I reckon that's a great result. I'm only part of the way through. You can see the salt is quite sort of moist, so it's really done its job. It's really taken everything out of it. We put quite a bit in there yesterday. And again, look, this is going to work really well. Very happy with this. Yeah, look at that. That was that big, nice fleshy piece from yesterday. There's another bit there. Man, that's pretty good. Well happy with that. So I'm going to take this fishing with me today. And we'll see how we went. And as I said yesterday, the good thing about this is no refrigeration necessary. Don't have to put it in the ice cooler. I'm just going to pop it in a container. And I'm just going to place it in all in there, just as it is. I'll probably just add a bit of fresh salt, just a little bit on the bottom, don't have to be too excessive. A little bit of salt around it. And I'll be able to fish with that all day, all night. Very happy with that. I'm sure there's still more in here. We'll sift all through that, but as you can see, I mean, like, I'm putting a lot of tension on that and that's not ripping. The chances of that staying on the hook is increased, so this is going to increase that strike rate of the fish. The hookup's going to be much better. They're probably going to have a go at it. They'll be on that bottom bit that's not on the hook. They're going to have a little go at it. Oh, alright, they got the bottom bit off. They're coming back for the second. They've got the weakest link there, so they're going to come back. Chances are they're going to get on that hook and you're going to hook up and catch that fish. Whereas the normal squid would have just pulled at the bottom, so the hook was there, it just would have probably sliced its way up and gone ski. So, well happy with that. As I said, just get a little container, just get some fresh salt, something's dried out, just put a little layer on the bottom, just a bit of a sprinkle over the top. Pop that in your boat. As I said, no need for refrigeration. If your kids are going down to the pier or something, once again, don't have to take an esky or anything. You just take a bucket and if you catch fish, put them in a bucket of water or something and take that, and that's good to go. And that can live in your boat for, I don't know how long. It could be weeks, could be months. It's going to stay like that. So it's all going to be good. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you got something out of it. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions. More than happy to answer them. And stay tuned, guys. I've got more stuff coming. And once again, thank you for watching, and shout out to all my subscribers. And if more subscribers get on board, that'd be fantastic. Really appreciate it. Much love. And don't forget what I'm doing with this. So hit that notification bell. You'll get a message and we'll be able to create another video for you. Thanks for watching, guys. Much love. See you later.